Well, it's tax time, and like everyone else, you got to file your taxes. And if you're a reseller, there's so many things and questions that you're going to have as far as sourcing, mileage, what deductions can and not take. So that's what we're here to do. Here at Adam Up Accounting, if you got questions or looking to get your tax return filed, go ahead and reach out to us. Go to the website, adamupaccounting.com. You can reach out to us here on the podcast at Deathpiles and Taxes. We'd love to help you out, put you in the right directions, take care of your taxes so that you can feel with some reassurance that your taxes are getting taken care of properly. So there you go. Look forward to tax time and hope we can help you out.
We sell your items online. Go ahead, declutter your life. Have a yard sale or let eBay do the work. From the thrift store shopping to that wallet popping, there are two things in life that are certain. Deathpiles in Texas. With Derek Everitt and Adam Beesley.
Leroy in the house for a little tax time here at Deathpiles and Taxes. Another week, another dollar. Derek has so much money, he's just floating on air.
Let me tell you a true story, Adam. So I'm getting my records together because I got a tax appointment that I need to schedule coming up. And so I'm starting to go through, instead of just handing you a bunch of envelopes, I'm being polite and I'm opening them up and I'm putting them in a file for you. So I'm going through some W-2s and some different papers and stuff. I got looking at my eBay earnings, and I got looking at what I made at my job, at my real full-time job. Almost.
I told you this.
Almost as much.
When are you going to listen to us? Well, there's this podcast that we talk about, like quit your day job, quit working for the man and do what you know.
And for what work, I mean, because you can go back and listen to our podcast, it's up there. There were weeks where I'm like, I need to list more. Boy, I should be listing. So I'm just like, man, there's a there's a lot of money to be made. I know we've been saying this forever, but, and true with COVID and stuff going on, cards did take a big jump, and that's a lot of what me and you've been doing. But there's other stuff that's been going, and when I looked at that, I'm like, that's almost the same number. And this one was part-time at home. Now, obviously, I'm buying stuff with that money. I'm reinvesting. It's not just all profit, but gross. It's nice.
But how much is your death pile?
It's not what it used to be. It's a good pile. It's a work in progress. Here's the problem: is it's easy to add to, and like I was telling some of you guys yesterday, I got another thing back from PSA, so there's an extra couple hundred cards, and then. But those cards there's some that are worth $300, $400, $500, and I'm just like, it's a machine.
Realistically, how many items do you say you do not have listed in your death pile?
Items?
Yes, items.
Oh, there's got easy 1,000.
Okay,
easy.
So that's a lot of work. That's a big death pile.
Except for, my real daytime job, I went from working 5/8 to 4/10s recently, and so I'm up at 4 a.m. I come back about, I get off work at 3:30. I get home on a good day about 4 o'clock. So there's 12 hours of your day. And then, you try to pull the orders that shipped, spend a little time with the wife, get ready to go to bed. That's a majority. But then I have all of Friday to myself. And so last Friday, I got up, I got driving out. I found a bunch of these AEW cards. I went all across the state, almost to Ogden, picking up these cards that are hard to find. Came back, and then, on Sunday I had a little time to list. So I have an extra day there where I'm going to be able to utilize that time to create a lot of wealth.
Imagine if you had that every day.
I know.
I just did a little simple math. Let's just say you have 1,000 items. You put them up there, on average, we'll say $75 an item. You got some high dollar, low dollar. That's $75,000. Again, granted, you're not going to sell everything. But you can't sell it unless it's listed, D-Roy.
I know. I could be talking to you about the same thing.
All I'm going to say is it took me a little while, but I started listening to some of those Joe Burrow cards, and needless to say, that stack over there is getting a little smaller every day. So
I came and visited Adam. It was it was about a week ago, was it?
It was a week ago.
And he was trying to sell me his bulk. He has a bunch of Joe Burrow. For those of you that don't know, Joe Burrow is going to the Super Bowl as we record is next week. and he's the quarterback of the Bengals. Adam talked about it a few years ago, that rookie class that came out. He was buying them all for pennies on the dollar.
Pennies on the dollar.
He was then he sent them over to our friends at PSA, or the people at PSA. I don't know if we're friends or not.
We are.
And they graded them for him, sent them back. So he was sitting on, I mean, how many cards?
A lot of money.
A lot of Joe Burrow rookie cards.
A lot of Joe Burrows.
And he said, bulk deal, what do you want? I'm like, dude, I'm not going to pay you what they're worth. Like, I don't mind lowballing other people, but me and Adam got business relationship, we're friends. I'm like, I'm not going to give you what you can get for them. I'm going to feel bad about it. And I'd have to go list them, and I've got time to list them.
Well, it's because you've got a day job. But just on the Joe Burrows alone, when I was willing to sell them to you...
Oh, it was a great opportunity.
You make that in a week at your job.
It would have been a great opportunity.
And here's the thing, is I list them all. It only took me like 25 minutes.
Well, that was the thing. I said, these are easy. You take a picture, sell similar. And Adam said, I'll make my wife do it.
I did it myself. I came home from late night at work, and she said, what are you doing? I'm like, I got to get these listed.
That's the time.
And I got them all listed, and they've been selling. I think I threw out some offers yesterday to kind of,
You gotta grease those wheels sometimes.
I want to kind of get them up there, and I had some higher, lower. So all I'm saying is, Derek, is there's a lot of opportunity to sell stuff online.
There's a large opportunity. I want to talk about this new app that me and the old painter been on. We're trying to get Adam on board with it. If you're a seller, you need to check this out.
All I know is we talk with each other a lot. Most of it's through texting, just because it's so much easier now. But I keep getting these weird messages about these guys on some live website about, I don't know, something about OnlyFans. I don't know. What are you guys on?
Well, you said we need to make a little extra money, so we teamed our forces together, and we're up to 20 subscribers right now. That's good money.
Hey, whatever you guys are doing.
We gotta walk through grapes or whatever they request. It's all right. There's some different characters out there, but we appreciate and love each and every one of them.
No, they are on, what is the website called?
So there's an app called Whatnot.
Whatnot.
And what that is, I know some of you have been there, but if you're looking to source, this is a great sourcing opportunity right now. It's an app, and it's kind of like when you see people go live on a Facebook or on an Instagram, but it's like a live auction.
Oh boy!
And they have all sorts of collectibles on there. I've went around and looked. There's people that do vintage records. There's people that do action figures. There's people that do clothes, like the shoes and stuff. We found people that do sports cards.
Oh boy!
But the great thing about it is they run like 30-second auctions.
Oh, 30 seconds.
And it might be a minute at the most. And there's two options. There's a sudden death, which at the end of that, it's done. Or there's the other one where, like, if you bid within 5 seconds left, it'll add 10 seconds to it. So it kind of extends it out. But me and our buddy Painter, who's been on the show, have been going back and forth all week about, hey, go over and check out this guy. Go out and check this guy. We found a guy, and there's some that are a lot more popular than others, which means there's a bigger audience than others. And the reason I like to sell on eBay, and why I'm using this as an opportunity to buy things to put on eBay, is because with eBay, I put it up there, I set it and forget it.
A lot of eyeballs.
I'm waiting for the right person to come. It's not over in 30 seconds, and they're going to come pay my price, or they're not going to pay it at all, right?
You won't sell it at that.
So these guys are starting auctions off at like $1. Some are higher. You got to play the game a little bit, but long story short, there was a guy that was selling a Donovan Mitchell rookie card. I think it was a PSA. It might have been 9. I think it was a 9 or a 10. And I got it for $20.
Okay.
Now, you can even buy the card raw for $20.
Or get it graded.
Graded right now is $50 minimum.
So do you have possession of that said card yet?
It's getting mailed to me.
Allegedly.
No, it's not alleged. I got tracking information and everything.
Okay, but it hasn't showed up yet.
Well, I just bought it the other day. I didn't get overnight service.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. Because you apparently you have what's the opposite of the Midas touch? Because right now you have the...
I don't know where you're going with this.
The donkey doo-doo touch, because everything you're trying to sell, people are like, oh, well, I didn't mean to sell that to you for that price.
Oh, I was just dealing with people online.
But I'm just saying...
I can show you other... I sold a wrestling card today for $300. I mean...
Whoa!
Come on now.
I'm just saying, you've gotten some messages where people have been... I just don't want to see this guy who realizes he's selling this card to you at $20 and then back out saying, I didn't really mean to sell it.
They can't do that. See, the great thing is they can't do that.
Well... Okay.
But there's live breaks. You need to get over there. Me and Painter are going back and forth in the chat, and we're like, oh, Adam would be having a ball right now. They were doing the Tom Brady stuff. I mean, there's higher end stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Some Tommy.
There's some stuff going for thousands of dollars. There's stuff going for pennies.
Right now, it sounds too good to be true. I just want to see you with those cards in your possession.
I'll report back next week.
Because I don't know if you remember, last time you had a pretty high dollar John Stockton shoe that was quote unquote in the mail, and that didn't turn out well for you. So I'm a big beholder of. It's got to be in my hands before I get excited.
I've got the shoe. I've actually been talking to a shoe cobbler, and I need to find me a donor pair. So I'm on the hunt for a donor pair, and we're going to restore it.
Oh.
So I got a guy down in Florida, I believe is where he's at, and he's already we've been talking. I got so mad. I left that shoe in my car for over a year.
Oh no!
Just in a box because I was just mad.
That's what am I
going to do with it? Well, it was already ruined. And so then I'm like, well, I got to do something. So I put it in the garage. And I'm like, I can't just, I mean, that's John Stockton Olympic shoe. There's got to be something. So I did some Googling. I did some internet searching. I contacted a guy. It's going to cost me a little. It's going to cost me a few hundred to get it back up, to where it needs to be. But basically, they're going to take a sole from a shoe and take the top of my shoe and marry them together. They're going to paint up the bottom to make it look all legit and how it was. I'm going to send that in to be authenticated with the autograph. And then we're going to try to do something. If John Stockton would just shut up for a little bit and get back in good graces of everybody, I would appreciate that. He's not getting the best coverage right now.
So a couple questions to you, right? First off, if you're unfamiliar with the John Stockton the story, is that episode up?
I'm sure it is.
Okay, well let's make sure that we did an episode. We've been on the air for 3 years now.
I mean, we did
3 years.
Oh, I'm sure it's up. It's probably a few years back.
Okay,
but
so there was an episode.
I'll double check.
That Derek, we spoke about the.
Oh,
I
get why you're asking if it's up. Sorry, I forgot that we had the Lost Archives.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There was an episode that we spoke in very detail about. Derek bought a lot from an estate sale of Jerry Sloan. He was a coach of the Utah Jazz. Derek got dozens and dozens of banker boxes of this stuff. And that's the story of the John Stockton messed up souls. And long story short, go check out that episode. But that brings up the question. There's been some rumors flying around, and I need you to either stomp them out or continue to stretch them out for us. We've had some problems in the past. If those of you who don't know, we got taken down for a short time period. Apparently there were some issues with the music that we might have played.
We might have had a little copyright infringement violation for 100 or so episodes.
That's why the music, if you haven't listened, and I started going back and listening to episodes this last week because I kind of got on this roll. The soundtracks that we have, the music are amazingly great. So listen to those intently. You'll know that we do not have any copyright infringements. The music that we have is
a little
now
inside
ours.
joke for those of you that have been listening forever.
So we had a lot of the episodes taken down, and apparently we were kind of in that saving grace, kind of that where the John Stockton is right now. Apparently Joe Rogan said some things. He might be pulled off of Spotify again. I'm hoping that that's not going to happen to us, but...
Well, I'm not going to say anything stupid, so...
Well, he didn't think he did either, but you can go through their archives.
I'm a 40-year-old man that knows what words mean that come out of my mouth.
Well, I hope so.
And I edit the podcast in case stuff comes out of our mouth.
Well, all I'm saying is apparently Rumble has now offered him $100 million to go over there. So are the rumors true that you are in talks with Rumble about moving our podcast?
I need to get a phone call up there. We do it for a lot deep discount, Rumble, deep discount.
Easy now. We don't take off too many zeros, but
no, we won't take off too many, but we'll
we love doing this, and we are doing our darndest to make sure that things are not said that if anything has been in the past, I promise you we do not mean anything ill. We love all people. We love everyone.
Now you're making it seem like you might have said something.
Well, I don't know. I'm just worried.
Me and them have fun, and we think what we think and say what we say and do what we do. Here's the thing: when you come to us, we're actually really doing it.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people out there. You'll listen to them and stuff, and they're more interested in getting views,
Yeah.
getting their YouTubes up and going. They're making their money that way, which is fine. It's a business. It's an operation.
I'm an elite seller, but I make more money selling my elite videos, which is great. Good for them.
I need to probably do that.
Oh,
That
yeah.
would probably be the smarter option at my time.
I need to do the same thing with my accounting firm, but we do it.
We're doing it, and we come here and we just talk about it. And if we really, buckle down, we could probably build a big YouTube audience and make our residuals off of the ads and stuff like that. But
you should quit your day job and start doing that.
well, if I could get Rumble
Rumble
to endorse us, I'd be a lot closer to doing that. So,
Well, that long story of the short, that's kind of where we've been at. Like he says, we're selling, we're listing, we're making money, we're enjoying it. Derek, tell us about your $350 card you just sold.
well, I was just happy to defend my good name because you were saying everything I had the doo-doo touch, you said.
The Sully name of you.
Get over to Whatnot, though. I'm serious about this. There's an opportunity to be a seller if you can get bulk stuff, but there's a good opportunity to source, and I think it's going to go up. eBay's not going anywhere, but I think this is a good opportunity to source. Kind of like when we said get on Mercari a few years ago. This is just, I'm creating more competition for myself, but go check it out if you haven't. I sold a card from a man named Daniel Bryan. Okay. You know who he is? Any clue?
Daniel Bryan? Is it Kobe's brother?
No, not Kobe. Oh. Not Bryant. Brian.
Brian?
Yeah, now he's Daniel Bryan's son. I don't know. Anyways,
don't know.
He's a professional wrestler, and it was a 2010 card. It was his rookie card. Had it graded. It was a PSA 10, and there was a population of 6 of those. He's went off to this other organization. He's very popular. Kids seem to really like him. Now, I had it up at a price of $5.99 or best offer. Obviously I pulled it out of a box I got for $30, a few years back. I got it graded for $7, so I'm probably into the whole thing. I'll just say $20, but probably less than that. And so when somebody offered me $300, I said, you bet.
I will take that.
And I went right onto eBay, and I found some more of those same cards that were not graded. And I found some different parallels or versions of these same cards that were kind of kind of a more higher with the numbered and the different color, whatever. And I bought those, and I'm going to send them in at some point. I'm going to sell them for more. We've been talking about CSG. I know you haven't been a big CSG guy, but it's starting to pick up. I had an Undertaker parallel. It was a gold card.
I saw that.
Same kind of thing. I bought them, and I was picking them up for very cheap, for less than $20. And they were out of 99. Got them over there to CSG to get graded over there, and I think that was $7 or $8. And I sold it for what was it? I have to look up.
It was in the hundreds.
It was I think it was $5.99.
It was tens of hundreds of dollars.
I think it was $599. But the reason I did that, the reason I listed it so high is because there was another Undertaker gold chrome, something crazy like 10,000, but it was like the first year of Chrome or whatever. So I'm like, well, I'm going to price this high. And subsequently, I went back through and I'm buying Undertaker, gold
cheaper,
and finding them at Raw and getting them graded, and that's been working good for us and for me. PSA starting to slowly open back up and take submissions. I know our friend Michael was in line today trying to get in there. They have so many openings, and if you get in the virtual line, you can submit 5. He's trying to get some of his. I forget, he has some Hulk Hogan autographs. I think he's trying to get submitted to him. So he did not get in there. He was in line for like 30 minutes or something. But they're slowly increasing to where you can start submitting more. So it's getting a little better. Everyone was saying, with this big flux of cards and everything coming back, it's just junk. No one's going to want to buy it. It's overvalued.
False.
Couldn't be farther from the truth now. Are things leveling out? Are they evening out? To some extent, yes. But there's always stuff there. Adam's been talking about his tickets. We've been big on that.
Can I give you an update on that?
Yeah, I'd love if you would.
Well, first off, I've gone back and listened to we talked about goals. I'm going to tell you one thing that I did that has really made a difference in my life just over the last month and a half. Beginning of the year, my family and I, we got a large, cardboard, not a cardboard, a big piece of paper, poster board.
Oh, I thought you were moving out. I was like, is it bad you get cardboard and moving out?
Poster board. And we kind of did a blend of, a vision board and a goal board. And we took out some pictures and things we wanted to do. My wife, she keeps wanting, we want to finish our basement. We haven't done that. I just keep putting out these lists. My kids want to do like a sandbox, and We want to do a piano, and we've been talking about getting a large water tank for just in case. So I've been knocking those things off the list. I got a large water container last week.
Well, I'll be over to your house just in case.
That's right. It's like 550 gallons. We got a piano today. That'll be delivered on Friday. So those are two big things off the board. We're looking at, I've got a sandbox. I've got the design all lined up because I got to move some sprinkler lines. So I am going down the list, and it's been really helpful for me because otherwise I don't think I would have done those things. Well, I know I wouldn't have because I've been saying I'm going to do them for years. So as far as that aspect of my life goes, I do the same thing for what I wanted to do selling. And buying and setting up my collection. And I don't just, you turn your little happy head that way. I got my Tigerwood ticket collection completed.
You did it.
I have got the 15 major tickets or badges for all of Tiger Woods' major wins. He had 15 of them, and I have every single one of those. Some of them were very hard to get, a little more pricey than I wanted to be, but
should have been over on Whatnot.
I probably should have.
You got for a muffin or something.
I can guarantee that Augusta or that St. Andrews, the Open, was not in there. But in the process, I found another guy on Boogers. Apparently, he has a collection. He's only missing 2 tickets for all 83 or 84 wins that Tiger Woods has. He has like 81 of them. So he's only missing 2 stubs for his entire career collection. So that made me feel really good. And like I said, I kind of showed him the collection that I have, and he was pretty thinking that's pretty good. So
you did all right.
My goal now is I have those. I have a couple other ones. I have 4 of them, 4 of the 11 that are not the Sunday winner. So I want to get the Sunday winner for all of them. Like I said, 4 of them are not, so I want to get a full, complete collection. And then I'm going to send all of them off to be encapsulated, to be either authenticated or graded. That's what I'm trying to decide what I want to do with those. And then when I get that collection back, I will be the only guy. I know this other guy has it, but I don't know if he sent them off to be graded. I know on one of my tickets, because it's a badge. It's like a little leather badge from St. Andrews. None of them have been graded because I showed it to him and he's like, wow, that's so cool. I've never seen that before. So that made me feel good.
That's good.
But I want to get the whole entire collection together, have them all graded, authenticated, and I'm going to put it up for $50,000. I'm going to throw it up for $50,000. Nobody else has got it. It's a lot of the hard work, and we'll see what happens. And I feel like, I'm not going to say this on air because somebody might listen to this, but if somebody gave me $25,000, I'd feel really good about myself.
I feel I take that, he says.
So it's just kind of one of those things that I am a firm believer that I wanted to do it. I should have done it like a year ago when I started talking about it, because one of the stubs I got at the time, I didn't buy it. It was like $120, and I ended up having to buy it for like $320. So just that raw stub went up quite a bit in a year's time.
Things go up, and I mean, especially with tickets, we say it a lot, but they're not printing new ones, so
no,
they go pretty fast. They're limited quantity. I just checked on that card. So the Undertaker was $599.99, so $600. My Daniel Bryan that went today, $300. So we're talking $900 in 2 cards. Was that worth getting them graded and doing the pain and jumping through the hoops?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
So.
And that's the thing is you never know. The other part on the tickets, because now I kind of have alerts and I've been watching them. The Tiger Woods debut tournament, his PGA debut, it was listed. It was in an auction, and I said I'd pay $800. That was kind of my top price. And I'm going for like $2,800. So I was just a smidge up, and that's a raw card. Or raw ticket, I mean. So those graded ones are listed for $10,000, $15,000, $25,000. Who knows what that really means? It just means that there's more people getting into the game.
Yeah, that's the thing. There are more getting into it, and it's just that, it sounds weird, but that magic encapsulation of somebody saying, this is valid, it's real, and here's, the range of 1 to 10 where it lies. With tickets, that will probably get more important the longer things go on, but the weird thing is tickets aren't being printed anymore, so.
They're not, and they're scarce, they're rare, and especially as you get to these tournaments that were 20, 25, 30 years ago, because there was people that thought about it, it was like, okay, this is really cool, but I think it's just now getting to that point where people realize that they can sell those items.
Yeah, and you go through Uncle Joe's, journal or whatever. Once he passes away, you might find some of this stuff. But a lot of his people went, and it's just memories they stored away, and it's sitting there. And one thing was interesting, Adam. Have you seen the NFL, what they're doing with the Super Bowl this year?
They're giving out NFTs.
So the ticket is an NFT.
An NFT, for those who don't know,
which is Adam's
non-fungible token.
Which has been Adam's next thing to get into.
Don't even. If I would have listened, if there would have been a podcast that told me a year ago to get in on those Bored Ape whatever chimpies, I'd be like, I'd be hiring Joe Rogan to come on our podcast.
I wouldn't do business with him.
Whoa!
But I bought one of them Bored Apes for $3,000 the other day.
Okay.
It was one of them that they mislabeled it or something. You saw that, didn't you?
I did see
that was me. I got that. So
you got the
Bored Ape.
The misplaced Bored Ape, huh?
Yeah, that was me.
Oh well.
So
that's the best part about this podcast. One of us might not do business with Joe Rogan, the other might. I mean, we're
different people.
We're a little bit of
I might have been lying about getting that Bored Ape. I might not be. There's no way of really knowing at this point, so we'll just roll on forward with it.
Check out Derek's new Twitter feed and see what his picture is. If it's a Bored Ape.
I don't get, you spend hundreds of thousands so you can put that on your Twitter. I don't get it.
You know what? Some people don't get by on wrestling cards. Some people
it doesn't work.
Some people don't get the pet rock. Some people don't get the metaverse. Some people don't get pennies.
Sounds like a lot of stockholders aren't getting the metaverse, is what it sounds like to me. But that's just.
There's a lot of strange things going on in the financial world right now. The only thing I do know is that we're still making money online. And guess what, Derek? You still got to file your taxes no matter who you support, don't support, vote for, don't vote for. Relationships with,
I just don't better
stand-up
comedy comedians than Joe Rogan.
Didn't he take you on that?
He tried to put me on that Fear Factor.
I was going to say, that's why you're still a little sore.
He told me it was an audition, and I was down there in the parking lot. He had me doing all sorts of disgusting things. I guess it was just for his pleasure. Kind of guy he is.
Rubbing cockroaches where the sun don't shine.
I'm not going to get into all the details. I signed papers saying I wouldn't, but
I remember
he knows we got some unfinished business.
Wasn't that way at the park with all your buddies on Thursday nights? You guys were there with
That's
the
how
shorts?
he found us. He came recruiting.
I'm sure that did.
Him and some of that UFC fire, man. He was going to put me in a near naked chokehold or something like that.
Well, if you know those guys that usually have the little bit of the cauliflower ear, you don't mess with those guys.
I don't know. It was just let's go Joe Rogan. They said. I don't know.
Well, Derek, I know we've been encouraging people listening. We're both seeing the benefits of it. We also are seeing tax time. For those of you that don't know, we don't allow people to bring in shoe boxes. I don't do that. Nice part is a lot of my business has become virtual. We have an online portal that people just upload their stuff to it. I go through everything. I give them a quick 10-minute phone call, and we're done. Everybody's happy. I sure like it. I just did like 10 returns last night. I got a whole.
You should get a billboard, kind of like those attorneys that are like one call. That's all. You should just be up on the freeway with your smiling face, saying, it's digital. We'll come up with a slogan. I can come up with one just off the top of my head there.
The problem is I just don't have enough. I don't have enough hours in the day. I got to get all this done.
Not enough hours in the day. Taxes this way. Adam Beesley Accounting. Adam Up Accounting.
Well, there you go.
Trademark pending. Derek Everitt 2022.
Yes, just please come up with your own jingle. Don't steal the song.
You can't steal the song, and you can't steal your Adam Up Accounting branch that you're going to open in Scranton, Pennsylvania. You can't steal that slogan. I dubs it right there as far as.
You dubs it.
I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'm excited. Like I'm saying, we're able to make some money. I've seen a lot of opportunities, and that's always good for everyone.
It is, and like I said, you can't make money if you don't list it. And I'm honestly seeing that, and not that I didn't know that, but instead I had some other, pretty big opportunities that I was working on, some other obligations. Those are ceasing. I've got a couple other things I want to be working on here in the near future, but man, I'm just having a lot. It's fun when stuff sells. But this is a question I have to ask you, because I think I know what I have to do. When I sell stuff, I don't get the cha-ching. I don't get a cha-chinger. I'm
not sure. Usually that's when the app's updated. You have to delete it off your phone and reinstall it. I don't know. I don't get it either, so I'll have to look into that. I know that was the old thing. eBay's updating some of their listing, the app, but the process. they're always kind of updating that. Usually when they start doing that, it messes some things up. So
I don't like that. I like that cha-ching, especially when we had it on the air. That was even better.
oh, it's always fun. So I don't know. I'd say if you really want it, delete the app and reinstall it, but that may or may not fix it. I don't know 100%.
That always scares me. I feel like it's like gonna just.
That's why I don't do it. Yeah, that's why I decided to leave it alone.
I feel like I'll get in there and like.
I'm afraid I'll do that. Something will sell and I'll miss it, and then they'll be like, "Where's my thing?" And I'll get a ding on my account, and you know how that gets. So
I know you usually get that. You probably get that more than once. Where's your thing? And you get a ding. I know I've heard that before. Isn't that your motto?
Well, patent pending.
Patent pending.
Yeah,
so, well, D-Roy, like I said, we've had a good quick show. Like I said, hopefully Joe Burrow is the Super Bowl MVP on my aspect, but on the other part, I got a stack of Eric Weddle cards over there that love our Eric Weddle. He's a Utah guy. I hope that they do well. But
I'm going for. I think I'm going for the Rams. I have to throw it out there. I don't have a dog in the fight, but there's a lot more Utes on the Rams than on the Bengals.
But financially, Joe Burrow MVP, that would be pretty good for me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, that's true.
I already heard something.
I'm not saying you have to go for him.
I already heard something.
By the time this airs, the Super Bowl's been over for a couple weeks. Where's logged at?
Joe Burrow, please be the MVP. Please have all my cards sold so that
what
I
can do if Eric Weddle just takes them out and it's like career ending?
Oh man, I don't know. Hopefully, I sell all the cards before the Super Bowl. I guess that's my
no returns.
Timing is everything in life.
That's true.
Right place, right time. So. You're right. I hope all our listeners have been in the right place, right time. We see the numbers. We appreciate it. Get on these platforms while we're still there. We're still on Spotify. We're still on Apple. We're still on Stitcher. We're still on Scratcher.
We're getting ready to go to Rumble, from what I understand.
If Derek can get everything ironed out with the legal department, we could be there. But give us a review.
I wonder if we're on, Ron. I'm going to have to go look at this.
Well, get with the attorneys on that one. Make sure you check that out this next time. So. That being said, everybody, thanks for listening, and this has been Two Things Are Certain, D-Roy. Wow.
I was waiting to see how this ended up here. There's two things in life that are certain. Adam will get busy, and we need to do the podcast more often, and Deathpiles and Taxes.
Derek is the king of Deathpiles, and Adam does his taxes all the while. Deathpiles and taxes, selling stuff online in between. Deathpiles and taxes, no copyright infringement to be seen. Derek is the king of Deathpiles, and Adam does his taxes all the while. Deathpiles and taxes, selling stuff online in between. Deathpiles and taxes, no copyright infringement to be seen. Deathpiles and taxes, selling stuff online in between. Deathpiles and taxes, no copyright infringement to be seen.
Hey guys, it's Derek Everitt and Adam Beesley from the Deathpiles and Taxes podcast that you're listening to right now.
Your favorite account. I know. It's the greatest thing in the whole world.
A lot of you have been asking what you can do to help the podcast out, and seriously, all we want is a review.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a 5-star review, but if not, be fair, at least a 4.
We know you're listening. Like I said, we see the numbers. We're all over the world. Like I said, it's just we see it. We appreciate everyone listening. Help us get a little higher up there. Help us get more new
Helps with
listeners.
the algorithms. People can help find us out, and it really does help. So if you can go to Apple iTunes, that's where a lot of you are already listening, or wherever you're listening.
Spotify, Apple, all of these different things. They're all out.
Wherever you listen, give us you don't even have to write a review. Just give us 5 stars. If you want to give us a review, that's cool too. We appreciate it, and keep listening.
Thanks for listening.